Left, 3rd down and 13. Maye looking for it. Cam Kitchens was ready for it, and that's your ball game right there. He'll seal the deal on his 3rd pick of the season.
Welcome to the Simple Mind Sports Show. Patriots recap. Obviously, we were going to be talking about the 28-22 loss to the LA Rams on Sunday. We're going to get some pros, maybe a pro, some observations, and a lot of cons about this game because it was ugly in the second half. But first, let's do some opening takes. Bobby, please, by all means, take it away. Oh, that's me.
There it is. It is very exciting to watch Drake Maye. He played a great game. It is fun to watch him play. He is quick. He is efficient. He is exciting to watch. However, we do have to be careful with the turnovers. That is now another 2 that he's played, including a second time where he's thrown a game-ending interception. He is keeping us in these games. However, he is also losing them. So we do have to be careful. I think we are now coined the term, and we know exactly what fun losing is. We're fun losers now, not just losers.
I like it. My opening take is that this coaching staff is putrid and is holding this team back. On offense, it's just a very, very vanilla offense. It doesn't seem like they're doing anything out of the ordinary. Yeah, there's a couple trick plays in there, but the wide receiver core, they obviously don't know how to run routes. It shows because obviously Douglas had turned and fucking turned around to catch that ball in the last play. The defense, Matt Stafford running down the field, showing cover 0, knowing that the cover 0 was coming, and Cooper Kupp 69-yard touchdown. Nice. So yeah, this coaching staff is what's holding this team back. Obviously they're rookies just as well. I mean, none of them have held that position before for coordinators or head coach. So we'll see, because apparently they're safe. So next year will be another year, but hopefully they can look in the offseason and be like, all right, we're the problem here. Let's get better, boys. I think we might be having a mystery guest coming on in a little bit. But before that, if you like what you hear, subscribe, rate, review, click that like button, click that follow button. Follow us on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, you name it. And here he is now, live from Las Vegas, Nevada.
There he is.
Dick.
Bunch of selfish cunts.
We're selfish cunts. Let's just do it at 9 o'clock. Yeah, let's do it at 9 o'clock on my time.
I can't do it at 3 o'clock. I can't do it at 3 o'clock. That's a word for me. Is it okay if you guys move it just an hour since I've been up since 3 a.m. on the fucking West Coast? Fuck you, Rich. We'll do it ourselves. Okay, cool. I'll just shift everything. No big deal.
Thanks. We appreciate that. That was a very team player idea.
If you could have just led with that from the beginning, we wouldn't be in this problem.
You're right. It's my fault. I'm sorry.
Rich, opening take. What's your opening take? Here you go.
You're fat.
Okay, great.
Has anyone talked about how Drake Maye is yet again being made out to be the savior after another game-losing interception and a fumble? Has anyone talked about that yet? God damn it, am I sick of these Drake Maye apologists. I get it. The team blows. I get it. The defense was horrible. I understand that he's a rookie and he's our only hope. Help us, Obi-Wan. But he threw a game-losing interception again and had a bad strip sack that led to an immediate touchdown again. So fine, let's call him a rookie and let's give him a pass for rookie shit. But can we lay off the savior talk and Drake Maye is the only thing good coming out of this team? Like, come on. Can we tamper that down a little bit? This is the second loss that this has happened. Drake Maye's thrown a game-losing interception that nobody is giving him a criticism for it. I mean, nobody. There's no criticism anywhere for it, except for maybe Bedard, who keeps it real. Has anyone talked about that yet? I know I'm late.
Nope. I talked about how the coaching staff is terrible and holding them back. Bobby talked about how Mac Jones, snip-snap, he had a good game and a bad game. You know, he was mediocre. So that's
Mac Jones. You guys got a Mac Jones talk?
Drake Maye. Sorry, Drake Maye. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it was not. Yeah.
Drake Maye. Sorry.
Yeah.
Great. Go ahead, Ray. This should be good.
No, I already did mine.
Oh, then start the show.
Yes, sir.
The Celtics are dumb front-running pussies. This is the same team they have been for 4 years running.
Well, my worst nightmare came true. Missoula and Mayo are friends. What the fuck? Apparently, they've known each other since Virginia. They have these docking sessions where they talk about ball and managing people.
I'm on vacation. I'm going to quay all these. I'm going to fucking watch them this week.
Do you say quay?
Is it not quay?
It's Q. It's Q. It's Q-U-E. You idiot. And welcome to Simon Sports Show. I'll take it from here, Raymond. This is Snip Sap. We've got another loss on the docket for the old Patriots. I am coming remote from Las Vegas and very underprepared. So welcome to the show. If you're watching on YouTube, you're welcome. I have a beautiful plant behind me. Bobby found a new room. It looks good. Ray, if you're listening on your favorite podcast platform, rate, subscribe, review, tell your friends, tell your mothers. We're going to do our best not to anger Ray enough where he leaves camera for a mental health break tonight. That was the first time in 5 years.
Well, you're fucking doing a great job. You're doing a great job already.
We absolutely broke him like a young calf. So we'll try not to do that tonight. We'll try to keep it civil, okay? Because someone needs to. The Patriots aren't doing it. Certainly their coaching staff's not. We've got pros, cons, and observations from Chief Bobby, as always. Talk about the loss. Here we are, sitting at 3-7. I feel like I was only 2 minutes late, but I've really missed a lot. Bobby, can you repeat your opening take, or overall assessment of the game on Sunday?
My opening take was that Drake Maye is exciting to watch. However, he lost the game as well. He turned the ball over with the fumble that lost the game and threw the game-winning interception. So I love watching the kid. He is the future, but he's got to clean that shit up.
Thank you. Thank you for echoing that. Okay, let's just go with your observations and see what we got here. So they came into the game with a good offensive game plan. They were able to move the ball, 382 total yards, most in the air. Appeared to set up succeed most of the game, 30 of 40, 282 yards, 2 touchdowns for Maye, 1 interception. If the Patriots can produce this level of offense moving forward, they will have taken a step forward. Play calling was good at times. A little nod to AVP there, Bobby. Also instances to be scrutinized, like in the fourth quarter. You mentioned go for it. Please explain.
So when they kicked the field goal when they were down on the goal line, instead of going for it to try and get that touchdown, personally, I think really they're at the point where there's just in the season that anytime that they're in those sort of situations, they should be aggressive and go for the points. They have nothing to lose. See who can execute and who can't in pressure situations.
Raymond, outside of coaching holding them back, which we definitely need to get to, specifically on the defensive side of the ball, any other assessment from the game?
Yes, that they don't play all 4 quarters. That basically the first quarter looked brilliant, like they were actually had a plan in place. Second quarter, start falling off. Halftime, no adjustments, no nothing. They just were like future to the third quarter. Fourth quarter, they pulled a horseshoe out of their ass, and it wasn't coaching. It was just luck because the Rams were trying to lose that game.
Trying to lose the game. I don't know if they're trying to lose the game on purpose, but two thoughts here. You came out of the Bears game. We mentioned it in the show last week that the overall excitement from that Bears loss, from the win against the Bears, was overhyped and overdone. And if it was a loss, we would be talking about people getting fired. So in post game, Gerard Mayo talked about that being a type of game plan that was sustainable. And we made fun of him because it wasn't sustainable. That was disgusting, Raymond. Wasn't sustainable offensively earlier in the year, so he's been snip-snapping left and right. We know that about Gerard Mayo. He puts his foot in his mouth constantly. What we saw from that defense and DeMarcus Covington, I go back to the well on this all season long. The transparency of stupid is driving me insane. the sustainability of that defense and what they did in Chicago was never going to work against Matt Stafford and the Rams. We said he was going to chew that secondary up, and he did. Do you know why? Because they blitzed him as much as they blitzed that dope Caleb Williams, because they got 9 sacks and got all sack happy and thought that was going to happen again. Instead of playing disciplined defense across the board, they got burnt, including that 0 blitz that took Cooper Kupp 69 yards to the house. It's just,
Nice.
Thank you. Yeah, they're not dialed in. DeMarcus Covington is over his head. They're over the head. It's repeat offenders at this point. We keep saying the same goddamn thing. You can't go into a game plan against Caleb Williams and the Bears the same way you go against Matthew Stafford and the Rams. And that's what it looked like they did defensively for large swaths of this game, particularly when Stafford was carving you up with Puka and Cooper Kupp, who both went over 100 yards. Did Puka score? Can't remember.
Yes,
He did. He got a touchdown.
He had 2 touchdowns, right?
I think he just had one.
Okay. Well, over 100 yards for both of them. Puka had like 170 or something insane, and a touchdown for each of them. They chewed you up. And to your point, Ray, no defensive adjustments. In a game where it looked like the offense was holding their own from a coaching standpoint and a play calling standpoint, you can call DeMarcus Covington's name on that because he called that 0 blitz. It's his job to call that. But Gerard Mayo needs to be front and center for this too. He needs to identify what's happening in the game and stop it. And they didn't. They just allowed it to happen for too long. And outside of the strip sack fumble that resulted in that touchdown, which really is, I think, lost you the game. Obviously, that stretch against the defense, it was something like 11 minutes where the Rams scored all their points or something insane.
The play was lost. The game was lost in 3 plays. They lost the game in 3 plays. The 70-yard touchdown, the strip sack for a touchdown. I mean, and then the touchdown following it. That lost the game. That was too much to overcome.
Yeah, lack of attention to detail. It continues to go back to coaching. Except Drake May did throw that pick, which I do want to get to. We'll see if you get to it here as I ramble through Bobby's observations, cons, and pros. Second observation, they came into the game with a good up. Oh, I already did that one. Oh, you doubled me up. Oh, you Ron Burgundy me. You son of a bitch. You Ron Burgundy me.
Gotcha.
I will read what's in the email.
I know, great. Now that I know that, perfect.
Gotcha.
Okay, here's a con, also known as a negative. May throws another game ender, as we've mentioned. Clearly, there was miscommunication between Douglas and May. I side with May, says Bobby. Douglas seems like an idiot. Regardless, they need to take better care of the ball in that situation. He appears to have other options available. This is fun losing. Yeah, I was not fully engaged in that game, but went back and watched all of it. But the first thing I went back and watched was the interception. He has Kendrick Bourne up the sideline, single coverage, beats his man. He's got a check down to Ramondre Stevenson that could go for 17, 20 yards. He throws it. The read is probably correct. If you talk to football people, it's a cover 2. He throws it to the middle of the field to probably what his best receiver. But Hunter Henry, this could be an AVP problem, because what the fuck is Hunter Henry's route doing there? It's like a mid post in no man's land that inevitably draws that second safety, and Pop Douglas apparently takes it upon himself to go deep because he sees the secondary vacate the area, and May throws it into the middle of the field. We don't know who was wrong in that.
Douglas.
Pop Douglas said he was running his route. It was Douglas. You know how I know it was Douglas? Because May took the blame in his press conference, and he said Douglas was running his route, I guess. So just he's good at just throwing those subtle little, like, I'm right.
About the idiot.
I'll take the hit on this.
I'm the franchise guy. I'm the franchise guy. I'll do it.
You just can't do that in professional football. You can't. If you're Pop Douglas, you can't ad-lib in professional football. You can't do it. So it cost him the game, but also maybe a bad decision by Drake May. There's a lot of defenders in there, and he had 2 other options that were certainly
the throw seemed a little loose too. There wasn't a lot of pop behind that throw. He just you can't just throw it loosey-goosey in the middle of the field. That is what it looked like.
Yeah, I keep hearing about the pressure too that he was facing. Someone dove at his ankles. He didn't get hit in that play.
There was no pressure.
I think we're gonna move on from the interception. Ray, final thoughts on the interception?
I mean, he tried to blaze of glory. You try to go for it, didn't work out. Mistakes by both the quarterback and the wide receiver. Shit happens.
And unfortunately, marred a very good game that he had. He had a very good game.
I thought he was going to get 300 yards. Do you know the last time they had 300 yards in a passing game? Week 1 of 2023 with Mac Jones.
Woof, woof, woof.
Mac Jones, baby.
That's why it was on my brain earlier.
Here's a pro. Bobby's pregame analysis was fucking spot on. I said the offense would look better. It did. You said the key to the game with the Pats line versus the Rams front seven. It was. Rams forced a Maye fumble leading to a Rams touchdown, and Pats can't punch it in the goal line. I said the Pats score late to make it closer, 27-20. They did make it 28-22. Stafford lit him up since he is not a lesbian.
True. Fact.
You called it. You called it.
How was that parade today in Connecticut? Good?
I already described that to you previously. I could do it again if you'd like.
I'd like to, because the listeners probably want to hear.
I marched my dick right in your mother's ass.
Yep. No, you're spot on that. I think, to be fair, we did the analysis of the offense last year in the points per game in our "Do they want to get rid of Drake Maye" segment? Or I'm sorry, not Drake Maye, Alex Van Pelt segment. And Drake May's average point total in his 3 games that he started, not counting the Jets, we don't count that one, was 17 points. But in each one, it went up. It was 17, then it was 16, then 17, then 19. So the trend there is 21 or so, and they got 22.
Yep.
So that's a pretty good trend line. And you did call the late score, Bobby, to make it closer than what it seemed like.
Killed it. That's the best. That's the one I like the most, is knowing the game script. Anybody can pick a key to a game, but when you call the game script, that's when you're fucking dialed in.
Fucking dialed in.
Bobby's going to need in 9 months, he's going to need a vacation because he's going to have another kid after fucking his old lady after all this prediction. He's so hot right now.
No. She's fixed. She's fixed. Can't happen.
Yeah. You're about to have a brother, Raymond.
Yeah. Bingo.
We've got some, what is this, Ray's?
Yeah, sorry. So this is my stuff. I was just throwing up some like live reactions during the game. I was just jotting down some notes. So take it if you'd like. If you're not,
well, just read it off, ramble it off. Let's see if anything catches our ear, and go from there. Oh, I know. I already know what I want to talk about. So read it all, and then I'll go back to what I want to talk about.
All right, so the Patriots' first drive, great kickoff return by Baker to the 45. It was 3rd and 5. Time in the pocket to pass to Henry for a first down. So great right there for our 3rd down conversion. Rams blow up the play, personal foul, chop block, 15-yard penalty on the Patriots, 3rd and long. Pass to Booty right through his hands, punt. That was the key of the first 2 drives because they couldn't catch the ball. Second drive for the Patriots. Screen to Pop Douglas, 14 yards, all a blitz Maye scrambles, which is nice that when he sees the blitz, he can identify that, scramble, throws to Pop Douglas for 28 yards on 3rd down. Screen to Austin Hooper for 20 yards to the 12. Great ball to Bourne, touchdown, 7-0 Patriots. I mean, that was a great second drive. They did some fixing on that, the coaching plan.
Fixins?
Huh?
He's thinking of Thanksgiving and all them fixins coming up.
No, fixins. They fixed some stuff up. They adjusted in the first quarter. Then the second quarter just turned around. The defense didn't do much. The biggest thing I wanted to talk about was
tapping the table.
Bobby. I know. I fucking can't stand Bobby. The Patriots' 5th drive, which was in the second quarter, Stevenson saved Maye's life. I don't know if you guys saw that when he picked up that blitz. Basically, that middle blitzer was coming all fucking game. The rookie, I don't know his name. Bobby probably does because he's college football Bobby, but that middle blitzer was coming all day, and Stevenson saved Maye's life by picking it up. The blitz up the middle, O-line getting free runners in the last 2 drives. Maye gets Rams to jump, 3rd and 5, so first down. Made a Hunter first down. Thank God Maye gets the ball out fast because the Rams are coming quick. It seemed like the defensive presence was there all day in the second quarter and on. False start for New England, 5 yards. Michael Jordan. Maye scrambles out of the pocket. Presence is looking better and better each week for this kid. All out blitz. Maye throws it up and out of bounds. 4th down, field goal, 14-10 Rams.
Okay, good. All right.
Yeah, I know. You said ramble. I'm fucking rambling, baby.
Yeah. I just want to go. I want to go back to. I have 2 points from this. First one I want to go to is Kendrick Bourne. Kendrick Bourne was not sat last week because they wanted to get the young kids time. He was benched.
Yep.
What other reason?
It certainly looks that way based off of the amount that he played.
Well,
the
and that
only reason was that he was reported that he wasn't understanding the playbook. He was constantly running the wrong routes.
he hasn't been understanding the playbook since he fucking got here. I don't understand the Kendrick Bourne hype train either. This guy has been hyped up since he's come from San Francisco. He went in Pat Patricia's doghouse. He didn't play a hell of a lot last year. Every time he got out there, he was doing something stupid and wrong until he blew his Achilles. And this year, he's been benched again. He had one of the drives 2 weeks ago that he single-handedly sabotaged with a false start and then a stupid route that he ran 2 yards short of a first down. The guy is not attention to details. He got benched. That's the point. KJ Osborne was in there. We all wondered why over Kendrick Bourne when they said they wanted to get the kids playing time. Didn't add up. Now Tyquan Thornton is cut and Kendrick Bourne is scoring touchdowns. He got benched. So settled that. The second thing that's been pissing me off, sorry to go back to Drake Maye, but the amount of attention that he gets and praise for playing off script. Is anyone praising him for playing on script? Can I get a couple fucking on script plays? Does everything have to be extending the pocket and extending the play and Brett Favre this fucking thing and throwing losing interceptions? When they can drive down the field and connect on every play that is designed to hit with Drake Maye throwing the ball, then I'll be impressed.
It's pretty hard to read off of a 99 menu with crayons that Alex Van Pelt is scribbling up at the restaurant, so it's pretty hard for Drake Maye to establish what is actually going on in the playbook. So maybe that's the problem, Richard.
It might be. He can't read crayon good. Here's another pro. Oh, you already did that. God damn it. Did you fucking burgundy me? You burgundy me again. What are you doing? You're just doubling up everything. Here's another con. Mistakes. They basically lost the game in 2 plays, although we found out it was 3. Drake's fumble in the end zone recovered by Pat's 11. Next play, touchdown. Earlier in the third quarter, 70-yard pass to Cooper Kupp, 0 blitz, Patriots. And then the interception, obviously, we talked about. New England soft zone was shredded by Puka Nacua and Kupp. Where did all the man coverage go? So that's a good point. I did say same game plan that they had against Caleb Williams that they brought against Matt Stafford, but
you can't do it because Matt Stafford's a Super Bowl winning quarterback and he has 2 all-pro fucking wide receivers on his team, where Caleb Williams is a rookie and makes rookie mistakes and is a lesbian, which we found out, and his wide receivers gave up on him. So you can't bring the same game plan when you have that tomato.
Well, this is true, but Bobby brings up a conflicting point that they played more zone in this game than they played.
It was all soft zone. That's every catch from Puka Nacua. They would show the replay. There's 3 guys standing, and he just runs right in, and just the ball just drops in each time. It was just 15, 20, 25. They were just gutting it the whole game. They never changed it. I never saw, in all these completions, I never saw Gonzalez anywhere near Kupp or Nacua. They were going away from, they were shaded away from his coverage. It was always around Del Pettis, Marco Wilson, and sometimes Marcus Jones. So man coverage at least would have given their best player on one of those 2 guys at all times.
They haven't been good at zone all year long, and the fact that they did not make the adjustment, so I don't know. You're gonna have to split my take on that. I feel like their aggression was similar that they had with Caleb Williams, and they thought that they could rush and get to the quarterback, but they didn't have enough confidence in their secondary to man up against Kupp and Puka, which fine. I sure. You don't think Marco Wilson and Jonathan Jones or even Gonzalez, which is a different kind of player than the shifty guys in Nuka and Kupp. But once you get destroyed, like
you need to do something
switch it up.
There was no adjustments.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Raymond.
No, I'm just saying there's no adjustments. It was like they're beating us that 69-yard touchdown to start the half. It's like they didn't adjust. They kept in zone, and they just kept doing the same old. They're just saying, well, hopefully we can stop him and just get a field goal out of it instead of just playing man defense and having Christian Gonzalez go up against Nacua or Kupp. They refuse to do it.
Yeah, your Covington point before is well taken because he never gets it right. I feel like AVP actually got it right in this game. If you watch the game in full, they're always moving the ball. They're never getting stopped, and you can see how their game plan laid out had success. Their defensive setup, I didn't quite understand. And even as bad as it was, I still think the team was set up good enough to win the game, and I think the players fucked it up. I don't think this was by any means a great coaching job, but I think that it was laid out for them to win the game. If there wasn't the key mistakes, I think the players ultimately fucked it up.
Their defense hopefully will start to take some heat here as we move forward. If Drake May can continue to, push the Patriots into out of offensive obscurity. But they came into the game. The Rams did 31st in rushing in the league. They went on to rush for 6 yards a carry in this game.
Sounds about right.
Not the first time that we've seen that this year. We had the return of Christian Barmore, who ended with 6 tackles. I don't know how many plays he was actually out there.
I feel like he probably played like a third of the snaps. He played like all third downs, and he was in there more at the end.
I was going to say, he got more snaps towards the second half. Yeah. First half, it seemed like it was just third down.
Well, we're obviously not going to hold that against Barmore's first game back. But the run defense is clearly a problem. And when you can't stop the run, it sets up everything else. And they have a lack of talent. We know this. We know the roster has a lack of talent. So it shines a spotlight on the coaching decisions even more. And Covington's way over his head. And if you can't make adjustments in game, then you're going to continue to get burnt. That being said, overall, to bring it full circle, 2+ minutes left. You're down 6 with the number 3 overall pick, ball in his hands, timeouts in your pocket, and he threw the game-losing interception. They were in a position to win that game. However you want to slice it, they were in a position to win that game. Let me just throw some
second time in 3 weeks.
Where's that time of possession? 26 first downs to 19. The Patriots led. They had a better third down efficiency. 73 total plays to 51. The Patriots led. They had a 37-22 time of possession. So penalties were about the same. They had 7 penalties again, but only for 45 yards. They had 2 turnovers, so lost the turnover battle. All of that, and they're still in a position to win the game. So, and your rookie quarterback throws a game-losing interception. I guess, dare I put a silver lining on the end of this show and say, is there possibility that they are moving in the right direction to play as poorly as they did, as we've outlined for the last 25 minutes, and be a bonehead miscommunication interception away from giving themselves a chance to go down there and win it on the last drive?
Yeah, I think in the last 4 weeks they've played again. We've ever since the Mayo called them soft, they've been competitive in all games and had a chance to win all games. And I think offensively there was they took a real step forward in this game. We'll see if it translates, but what they did looked like they were set up for success. They legitimately moved the ball in a non-fluke way.
Can I ask you a question, though, before we go any further? I know you want to end the show, but on the 8th drive, Jalen Polk is a fucking cunt and pretty much single-handedly screws the whole thing up. Jalen Polk fucks up on the block, on the safety, run stuffed on 3rd down, 4th and inches now. So then they go to it. I don't know if you remember this, but then they were doing some trick play where it was going to be a wildcat. May went out to the side, lined up as a running back, and then Polk false starts. So now they can't go forward on 4th and inches. They kick the field goal. That could have been the whole change right there. If they would have been able to punch that in without the stupidity of Jalen Polk, I think this would have been a different game. The other stupidity that I want to talk about is that punt. I don't know why they didn't have them repunt on the penalty that they had, where it got them down to the 10 for the Rams. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about.
I recall, yes.
4th quarter, Rams had the ball. They punt it away. There's a penalty. I forgot what the penalty was. Illegal formation, I believe it was. And they didn't want Mayo didn't accept the penalty, just took it at the 10. Why would you repunt on that situation?
I don't understand what that was.
Yeah, I don't understand what that was. That was another rookie coaching mistake, I think.
Always repunt. Yeah, probably just not dialed in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think those examples are everywhere, but I don't even know if they're not dialed in thing is getting better. But I think they're playing harder. Drake May does make a difference. You are going through the rookie woes. If the offense continues to look like it does, we will see Alex Van Pelt next year. We'll see this entire team in its entirety next year, whether they win another game or not is my thinking. If you have games like this and all losses for the rest of the year, they're bringing the band back. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad
Covington
thing.
back if he keeps fucking it up.
I
think so.
I think it was Breer or Bedard. One of them said that pretty much they're all safe. They're coming back next year.
because he's replaceable. He's not developing a quarterback.
I think they're all coming back. I think they're all going to get another kick at the can, and I think the growth is not linear and it's incremental. Drake May has a big thing, big part in that, and the lack of talent and the injuries on defense is a massive excuse maker for how they're playing back there. So yeah, if you were on my train to fire the offense coordinator and restart, I don't think we're getting that. So you got to hope that they actually get their shit together and look decent, and Drake May kind of figures his stuff out.
How many times has there been a rookie quarterback and a rookie head coach to start a season?
Felger and Maz did this quite a few.
Pretty frequently.
Is it?
Yeah.
Right.
Generally, the rookie coach comes in and or the GM picks his coach, who picks a quarterback, and they kind of roll from there. But a rookie coach, a rookie offensive coordinator, a rookie defensive coordinator, a rookie GM, a rookie quarterback, that combination
probably hasn't happened before.
That's probably tough to come by, to have guys, and we've talked about this, so we don't have to do it on this show, but you're feeling that pain. You're certainly a veteran at one of those spots away from maybe another win or two this year. I would put it that way. If you had a more veteran head coach or a more veteran defense coordinator, more veteran offensive coordinator, you're probably squeezing out another one of those wins, whether it be Miami or Sunday or whatever. You can pick. You can go back and look at it, but certainly the inexperience on the coaching staff is hurting them now this season, and the inexperience in the front office hurt them to start the season building this shitbag roster. And the only reason it's looking the way it is Drake May. So I started off by shitting on him because he deserved it, because he threw another game-losing interception and another game-losing strip sack. However, he's probably the best thing you have going. So take that for what it's worth. All right, gents. Glad I was able to make it. Kudos to me. Thank you, me.
Hey, maybe you'll make the meeting next week too.
Appreciate you having it. It's up in the air. Maybe you'll actually be able to do the show as regularly scheduled, right? Until then, catch us on Thursday live on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. Go rate, subscribe, review. Check out simplemindsports.com for all the exclusive content and the behind the paywall that you're not going to want to miss. You can find that in the link in the bio and simplemindsports.com. Until then, bye-bye.
Bye. Put it all in red tonight, Richard.